Unveiling the Untold Truth, the Israel-Palestine Conflict Exposed, Part 2. 9. Palestine National Authority established. The Palestinian National Authority, formerly the Palestine Liberation Organization, was founded in 1964. It originally is an extremist Islamic terrorist organization. It has always advocated the killing of Jews and launched terrorist attacks. It has also carried out terrorist attacks to kill Israelis. It has also always supported the establishment of an Islamic State in the Holy Land, a country that teaches and rejects the Jews. 10. Arabs keep attacking Israel. Since 1970, the Palestine Liberation Organization, predecessor of Palestinian National Authority, began to strengthen terrorist attacks against Israel and Jews, including killing 11 Israeli representatives at the 1972 Olympic Games. On October 6, 1973, the Day of Atonement, the whole country of Israel was strictly guarding the Day of Atonement, and Egypt and Syria suddenly attacked Israel on a large scale. Israel experienced many miracles that it defeated Egypt and Syria in a short time. In 1978, under the threat of the Arab League to stop exporting oil to the United States, the United States vigorously led for Israel to sign the Camp David Agreement with Egypt and return Sinai to Egypt. In March 1979, Israel and Egypt reached the Israel-Egyptian Peace Treaty in the United States. Israel withdrew its troops from the Sinai Peninsula and agreed to give the Palestinians in the Holy Land autonomy according to the Green Line drawn in 1949. However, the Palestine Liberation Organization has been attacking Jews in Israel. In 1987, the Palestine Liberation Organization launched a series of large-scale riots, including attacks on the Israel Defense Forces and Jews. Since then, the Palestine Liberation Organization has been attacking the Israel Defense Forces and Jews. 11. U.S. lobbying. Under the lobbying of U.S. President Clinton, the Israeli government signed the Oslo Accords directly with the Palestine Liberation Organization. However, after the signing of the agreement, Hamas and Palestinian Liberation Organization armed forces still resolutely attacked Jews and began to attack Jews with increasing suicide bombs. Arafat of the Palestine Liberation Organization has repeatedly publicly praised terrorist attacks and advocated the killing of Jews. From October 15 to 23, 1998, the Israeli government decided to withdraw its troops from Hebron and signed the Y River Memorandum with the Palestine Liberation Organization, granted greater autonomy to the Palestinian National Authority government established in February 1996. In 2000, the Israeli government and the Palestinian National Authority government negotiated in Camp David under the lobby of U.S. President Clinton. The Palestinian National Authority proposed to establish a state-building condition for the establishment of a Palestinian state consisting of 73% of the West Bank and Gaza, and expand the Palestinian territory of the West Bank to 94% in 10-25 years, including the ownership of the whole Jerusalem, and indicating that they would refuse to establish a state if they did not own the whole Jerusalem. 12. Negotiation broke down. The Israeli government refused to let the Palestinian National Authority own the whole Jerusalem, and the Palestinian National Authority refused to establish a Palestinian state because it insisted on owning the whole Jerusalem. After the negotiations broke down, the Palestinian self-government and Hamas immediately encouraged the masses to start activities to harm the Israel Defense Forces and Jews on a larger scale, called Second Intifada. 13. Building walls. In 2003, the Israeli government announced a unilateral withdrawal from the Gaza Strip until August and September 2005. The Israeli government began to build a wall in the West Bank to protect Israel from armed Palestinian extremists. However, some mainstream media smear Israel's segregation activities in an attempt to make it easier for more terrorists to harm Jews. 14. Islamic extremism. Since 2006, the Islamic extremist organization Hamas has been planning, inciting and provoking Palestinians to attack, destroy and launch terrorist attacks and kill Israeli defense forces and Jewish innocent civilians. Then when the Israel Defense Forces carried out air raids to eliminate terrorists, Hamas terrorists hid in hospitals and schools and repeatedly used children, elderly people and women as human shields in an attempt to cause heavy casualties. He also repeatedly incited and used children, elderly people and women to attack the Israel Defense Forces and Jews. 15. Palestine National Authority support terrorism. The Palestinian National Authority has been distributing money to imprisoned Palestinian terrorists for attacking and killing Israelis, and give money to their families, and has publicly appreciated these Palestinian terrorists as martyrs. 16. Iran and terrorists keep killing Jews and Christians. Iran, Hamas, the Palestinian National Authority, and Lebanese Hezbollah have all been publicly praising and supporting terrorists who kill Jews. Iran has always publicly admitted that it gives financial and military aid to terrorists to kill Jews, and has repeatedly stated that it wants to exterminate Israel. Iran and Hamas and Palestinian National Authority have always had a record of persecuting Christians, not some media misleadingly pointing out that Hamas and Palestinian autonomous governments welcome Christians. In fact, these leaders have participated in Christian activities and cannot erase Christians who have been persecuted. The leaders of Iran, Hamas and the Palestinian Autonomous Government themselves believe in extreme Muslims. Islamic extremism itself advocates attacking and killing Jews and Christians. 17. Brainwashing education by Palestine. Primary and secondary schools and kindergartens in the Palestinian Autonomous Government and Hamas-dominated areas have been using textbooks to teach students to hate Israel and Jews. Hamas has been publicly developing and distributing short films to publicly train children, primary and middle school students in its governance areas to attack and kill Jews. 18. Emerging of Hamas. Since 2006, the Islamic extremist organization Hamas has been planning, inciting and provoking Palestinians to attack, destroy and launch terrorist attacks and kill Israeli defense forces and Jewish innocent civilians. Then when the Israel Defense Forces carried out air raids to eliminate terrorists, Hamas terrorists hid in hospitals and schools and repeatedly used children, elderly people and women as human shields in an attempt to cause heavy casualties. He also repeatedly incited and used children, elderly people and women to attack the Israel Defense Forces and Jews. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless.